Hi guys, and welcome back to Hot Takes, the show we're desperately trying to cancel because it's got a really low ceiling, can't get past the 50k mark, but that's a matter for another day, Patrick. You just told me that you ate some fridge raiders, and I'm now wanting to know, what's your favourite cold snack?
Favourite cold snack? Olives.
Oh, good.
Boom!
I like cold ham. Like
Depends how fatty.
It's been left out.
Oh.
Anyway, should we move on to football?
Yeah, let's go. Your first hot take, and we got about 6 versions of this one, comes from @Suso-fan, very lonely bloke. He says, Kane is England's 4th best striker, and somebody underneath said it goes, Abraham, Vardy, Rashford, Kane then, I guess. I don't actually remember the order.
Yeah.
But those were the guys above him. And
Okay.
then somebody underneath said, Ings. And I was like, that'll be gone by the end of the season. When he has an ACL injury. How do you feel about this?
When he has an ACL
Somebody else
injury.
said, if Kane plays at the Euros, England will get knocked out.
ACL injury.
One, don't say that about Danny Ings. Wish him nothing but good health. He is king of...
Me too, but his legs don't work.
King of the Chodes. Or is that Shaqiri? Oh, maybe they should fight.
It is Shaqiri. Or Valbuena.
Ooh, Valbuena. Is he related to Valbuena? They're different names. Anyway, let's go back to the question in hand. Harry Kane, I'm worried about him. Do you know I'm worried about him? 2.8 shots per 90. Only in one other season at Tottenham has it gotten below that amount. He also had a 3-game stint at Norwich where he didn't quite reach 2.8 shots. He was reaching 5 a game in 17-18. His deterioration is alarming.
It's actually worse than that just under Mourinho as well. If you just look under Mourinho, I think it's like 1.5 shots a game or something.
Crikey Moses.
But there's still a use for him, right?
Of course there's still a use for him. He's a very intelligent player. We're seeing him drop further and further back. You know,
not go overboard.
Not really to his... Not really to his benefit. I think he's a very underrated passer. I've said this on several episodes before. I'm now boring myself. You don't believe me? Say it to my face.
He's fine, but you see him drop deep and everyone's like, you know, the reason he's not getting as many shots is because he's doing more creative work. And then you look at his pass numbers and they've gone down, and his creative numbers have gone down. And the thing is about Harry Kane is he just can't play like 2 games a week anymore. His ankles are not up to it. So what you have to do with Kane is park him in the box and just let him be a finisher, because he's still an amazing finisher. He just can't also drop into midfield and get forward at the same time. He doesn't have the legs anymore.
Wayne Rooney syndrome.
Yeah, and so I just think, like, I thought under Mourinho would say, you know what my centre forwards are? They're just centre forwards. But instead, Kane's actually dropping deep, pressing more than he did under Pochettino. And it just seems like Mourinho hasn't quite worked out that Kane is not physically kind of suited to do that job anymore.
Really weird that anyone would press more under Jose Mourinho than Pochettino. That seems like something that shouldn't happen. How much of his decline is down to physicality, and how much of it is down to the personnel around him also dropping like flies? I mean, Dele Alli came back into form, right, under Jose, has been great, not really affected Kane's form, although he is injured now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Christian Eriksen, is the fact that he's not hitting over 2 key passes for the first time in his career per 90 the reason why he's starved of a bit of service, why he's going looking for the ball, you know?
But Son's numbers have gone up and Ali's numbers have gone up. And like everyone around him, their numbers have all objectively got better since Pochettino left, because they were all seemingly quitting on him.
Son's barely scored recently.
Sure, but his actual numbers have gone up. His productivity's gone up. He hasn't scored the last couple of games because he was like, he was banned.
I've not looked into that.
But I just think like, it's always weird to me when everybody else's numbers either stay the same or get a little bit better, and then one guy, it's not like he went down a bit, he's gone down a lot. And so, yeah. I don't know if I'd say like don't start him at the Euros. It entirely depends what you want from your striker. If you want your striker to be mobile, like running into the channels, then go for Rashford or go for Abraham. If you want your striker to be just playing on the shoulder of the last man and making really smart moves, then go for Vardy. If you want your striker just to stand in the box and finish anything that comes his way, go for Kane. But if you plan to play Harry Kane like you played him in 2016, then I think you're in serious, serious trouble.
I don't think Jamie Vardy should come back. He's 33. Yes, he's having an excellent season for Leicester. He's already reached 17 Premier League goals, 21 goal involvements. I think at least 2 or 3 more than anyone else, Pat.
However, lots of penalties.
However, lots of penalties. And also, I think in terms of shots per game, this is his 2nd most productive season of his career so far, just behind the title-winning season. So he is getting more shots than I anticipated. Because in the first half of the season, he was around 1.5 shots, and I was saying, hold on, he can't sustain this run of goal scoring, for much longer if he's only taking that amount of shots. Hugely decisive. didn't look sustainable. It is. I now look a bit silly.
It is.
They've had the rub of the green in that department, but he is tailored to a very specific system. Do we want to see England play that sort of football? With the players they've got, with the personnel they've got, we want to see them bossing the game.
I want to see them go out.
Not just see dominating, not just dominating possession, but also scoring a gluttony of goals. And Harry Kane doesn't have to be mobile, does he? Like you said, Rashford, begrudgingly, put him on the left. Doesn't like being out there for Manchester United necessarily. Kind of likes, prefers playing through the middle. But Jadon Sancho, Rashford, Harry Kane, done?
No, Sterling. I put Sterling.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you remember that guy?
Yeah.
It's actually England's best player.
What, the best player in the squad? Wow, egg on my face.
So what we're saying, Chris is saying Harry Kane is terrible. If you disagree with that opinion, then let him know on Twitter.
Why are you always trying to get
Thanks. Moving on to the next one.
trolled?
Okay, that boy Jeff says Thomas Lemar is the largest flop, of the last 5 years.
That boy Jeff is a class handle. We've got a mate at university. Well, not mutually. I've got a friend at university.
Any mates of yours. I would
that,
never.
Who's called Jamie, and we just called him Jeff. I don't know why it started, but it's one of my favourite nicknames.
Don't you have a mate who's really tall that you never talk about?
Hey, how big is he?
I don't give a flying.
Well, obviously, I'm, reiterating.
You know what?
6'9".
You know what I also don't give a about? Thomas Lemar. It's a bit early to say he's a flop, given that is he even 24 yet? He hasn't really been great at Atleti, but he's clearly a good player. I mean, they just spent too much money on him. But I think you could argue. I'd say Kepa's been worse for Chelsea, or as bad for Chelsea. Like, honestly. And so far, like, Nicolas Pepe's done next to nothing for Arsenal. Like, I mean, how early can you make this determination? It just seems a little bit...
What era are we talking?
A little bit silly. Well, it says the last 5 years.
The last 5 years.
That era.
Okay.
What do you mean the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, the last 5 years. Not like the mid-90s where Thomas Lemar went to Atleti for 60 mil.
Well, I was going to say, at least he's got all his kind of... his limbs and his...
Yeah. We just got to move on from that. No, I'm good.
Would you prefer a lifetime supply of this or Thomas Lemar at Arsenal?
That's a great question. I'm thinking about World War III and what would be more useful, and I reckon this and a lighter. At Duck and Weave, also World War III handle, he says, Sterling, your boy who you forgot, he's the most overrated player in the world, would be average in a team that didn't offer guaranteed tap-ins.
This is just stupid, isn't it? I can't pretend to care any longer about some of the opinions on this show. Raheem Sterling is probably in... Raheem Sterling.
I don't know why, but I really don't like it when people say Raheem.
Because you're a pernickety
But also, it's not his name. That's also an issue. I feel like it's like an old commentator thing where they go, Raheem Sterling.
Yeah, it puts more emphasis on it. Do we need to go into his numbers?
Do you know? No. How many tap-ins do you reckon you get at Man City in a season?
Great question.
I reckon you're better than Phil Foden.
Do you actually not rate Phil Foden?
I have no reason to rate him or not rate him.
Well, that's a problem.
He's just a guy. He's just a guy. You know what I saw? I watched about 5 minutes.
This is going to fast turn into fisticuffs.
I watched 5 minutes of Man City playing Aston Villa, and I saw him scissor tackle Jack Grealish in a foul that I think should probably be a red card these days. I also think though that like scissor tackles, like we just need to start punishing them with reds. They're so dangerous. If you put a leg one side of a guy and a leg the other side and go phoom, like that, that's such an easy way to like really fuck someone's knee up. And we've accepted that studs up, dangerous, red card. Into the ankle, studs, like that's red card. Jumping is like a red card. And I think we need to do that with scissor tackles as well. And what I'm saying is, I will fight Phil Foden.
Don't run with scissors.
So is that done? Oh no, we've got a non-football.
What's the Raheem Sterling thing anyway? What are we saying?
Oh, he's not overrated,
Is he overrated?
You're a tit.
England's entire chances of winning any tournament for the next 10 years stand on his performance and his ability to be able to either play as number 10 or score from the left-hand side. Done.
Reece Nelson's bad though. Chicken Schnitzel says, honey glazed bacon can f right off. I think this is incredibly uncontroversial. Like, you know when people are like, oh, we do cupcakes here, but we put bacon on them. Imagine. Those people should be in Guantanamo Bay, in my view. I think that is an unpardonable offence. I think I like bacon as a food is fine, but bacon as a meme is so boring. And I feel people who like bacon as a meme are also people telling me that like Joker's the greatest film of the last 10 years, and I'm sure it's good, but I really enjoy not having watched it, so I don't have to talk to people about it.
So let's start with chicken schnitzel though, because what is your favourite German snack?
Chicken schnitzel absolutely bangs. It's not really a snack though, is it? Because it's like the size of your face. I like a Bratwurst, I like a Krakauer, or Bratkartoffeln. We had those, like fried potatoes with like bacon.
You should have been German. Your voice matches your aura. You know. I like currywurst as well.
Oh, it's great, but also fork. Get that fork out of my sausage.
Didn't they invent the currywurst because lots of English people
Oh God, stop bringing the English up all the time.
brought the powder with them?
What, okay.
You know what I think is powerfully overrated?
Yes.
Like,
Go on.
What is it like?
Is it going to be women?
Chicken and waffles.
No, it's good.
No,
People saying it's like the greatest thing on earth.
I'm out.
Just have the waffles and the chicken separately, and they're fine.
They are perfect. Not perfect because you know waffles a bit dry.
Get a cheesy.
I want a bit of an ice cream. A bit of an ice cream. A bit of ice cream on there because my mouth's incredibly dry.
Are you underhydrated?
Defect. I think just a birth.
Do you get dry lips?
Not really, but a lot of clamming.
There you have it, chicken schnitzel. Yeah, sure, whatever. I guess we're in agreement.
Was that content?
Technically. But I mean, that goes for all our shows. And check out more of our great shows right here on whichever channel this is going out on. And listen to the podcast, which is about transfers. Don't know when this is going out. When's this going out?
So the same day.
See ya.
God.